I turned around and I pitched the show to our team, and they're like, "You're drunk."
Like, what are you talking about? Paranormal Property Brothers. No thanks.
Virtual reality. I'm Danny Murphy from Page Six, and I'm so excited. I mean, Righteous Gemstones, I could talk to you guys about it all day long because it's so good, but I am equally obsessed with the two of you, Drew and Jonathan Scott. How are we?
We are well. We've been talking about that country lifestyle. I don't know how, do you think you could survive on a ranch, hauling bales of hay, calving, all of this stuff?
Wearing a cowboy hat.
Now, I love how accepting you all are. Do you see me? No.
That's a vibrant cowboy shirt. Yeah,
that's true. Oh, the look, the outfit, the shopping, I would love to do. The manual labor, I would leave to you both. But this is kind of a shock to, I think, some of your fans, that this is where you guys feel home, chasing the West. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's exactly. We grew up on a ranch, and we always joke, city slickers wanting to live the ranch life. It's all cowboy hat, no cowboy. We grew up with this, and our parents had this mindset that they don't need to hire people to help on the property because they have 3 kids. We were the labor on the property, so we did everything: shoveling stalls, picking rocks, mending or building fences. So it's a hard life. And these homeowners on the show, Chasing the West, they're all dreaming of it for decades. They've been dreaming of this country lifestyle, but they're just thinking about the relaxing and looking at the mountains and loving the view, and they don't know how much work it actually is.
Well, that's, I think, kind of the funny thing, because now with social media and everything, a lot of stuff gets glamorized. Where like you can go glamping, or it's like, oh, I want to be like in the mountains of Utah with someone giving me like special filtered water to feel alive. Like, but we're getting into the real deal here, right?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Well, this is, I will say, as a kid growing up on a ranch, it was so much work, but I wouldn't trade it for the world. You have these incredible experiences. And I love that for our kids as well. Anytime we can get them out of the city, I think there's just a pace of life that's different. I think also being able to look up at night and see the stars is pretty incredible. And so we encourage these homeowners to think through it realistically, but at the same time know that their dream is a valid one. It's really, really incredible to live on a ranch.
It's also, there are special things that you get. It's not just that glamping that gives you a special experience. You got cow patties out there that are gifts for you, shoveling horse stalls.
Here's my question. Have you ever eaten Rocky Mountain oysters?
Now I know what those are.
You don't want to.
And I know enough to say, no, thank you, I'm good. When
yeah, exactly. Yeah. This was all the stuff we learned, and our homeowners, or we were teaching our homeowners, because a lot of them had no idea. They didn't realize, because you don't have a hospital around, and you're going to come across snakes and scorpions and spiders and all of these things. You need to know what you're getting yourself into. Even teaching some of these folks how to chop wood. They never chopped wood before.
But we also had a homeowner who all she ever dreamed about was having chickens. Her decades, she says, I just want a chicken farm. So we took her to a chicken farm. We put her in a coop, and then she realized she's deathly afraid of chickens. You got to know what you're getting into.
Wait, my love. Oh my God. Yeah, she really, some things are better, I guess, in theory or in the dreams. I am curious though, because we're making fun of, or we're talking about a lot of the reality checks that some of the future homeowners are having on the show. What is the bougiest thing about each of you? You know what I mean? Because we're talking, you guys are, slicking back those Rocky Mountain oysters left and right. But what is the bougie thing going on?
Right. Bougiest thing, we always make fun of Drew and his cashmere construction outfits.
Yeah.
Because Drew always shows up with the fanciest work clothes that I've ever seen. Yeah. And not even stuff that's functional. Like if you're sawing, if you're cutting wood, wearing something that's going to catch all of that in your cashmere
I think
sweater.
Danny would appreciate, you got to look good while you're working.
Honey, yes.
Right? I think Jonathan I think he's a mild glamper. I don't know if you would rough it the way you used to rough it.
I have one rule now, because we used to camp a lot. My rule now is I got to have a good toilet. I'll take everything else. I don't care what else is, but I got to have access to a decent toilet.
You think that's not too much to ask? See, this is why I'm not cut out for it. I'm like, that's on the dream list.
Yeah. It's funny. The last campground that I went to with the family, I ended up fixing the toilet that was there because everyone was going in the woods because the toilet wasn't working. I'm like, bringing the tools, I'm doing this. And so even when I go out camping, sometimes I'm fixing.
Keep in mind the toilet for that, we're in the middle of nowhere up in the Rockies, right? There's no technology, no nothing. So that toilet was basically just a box with a hole cut in it that was sitting on top of a hole dug in the ground. That was your toilet.
Okay. See, anything is possible. Anything can be anything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I never say never.
And because this is like really like a coming home show for you both. Why were you inspired to do this show now? Because I mean, obviously you guys have been on HGTV, you've been on our screens for so long. Why did it feel like this is the perfect time for you both at this stage of your life to make this show?
Well, in reality, all the shows you've seen us produce over the years, we're bringing these because it's what our fans are asking for. I don't want to just do the same show forever. We've done over 600 episodes if that's not what you want to see. So, each week we get 500,000 questions or comments from fans each asking for, this is the kind of thing I'd love to see, or I love this about your other show. So we literally brought this show forward because that's what people have been saying. They're stressed about the cost of living in a city. They're stressed about the hustle and bustle. And they just want a different lifestyle for their family.
I like that. And I do love too, while you guys are in the city, making the press tour, you stopped to talk with Andy Cohen. And Andy Cohen loves headlines appear when you are in a room with Andy Cohen. And that's what I was shocked. I was like, the Property Brothers are beefing over money.
Well, I was going to say from chatting with Andy, probably the headlines are going to be, what? The Property Brothers have a kinky room? What's that?
Yeah. Andy loves to create a headline. And we were laughing pretty much through the entire interview.
Yeah.
But, and also in what we do, that's why I think we're parodied so much on the late night shows and on SNL. There's so much to make fun of in what we do. But at the end of the day, we don't take ourselves seriously, and we don't want our families that we work with to feel this process is too serious. Let's just have fun. And I think when you're having fun, you do better work.
Well, I mean, if you guys I need to listen to the rest of the interview. If there's a kinky room, I guess fun's happening left and right. I didn't know that was.
Yeah, you missed out.
You gotta, listen to
it. And before I let you guys go, I love that this show is really not just for you both, but for the fans, because this is what they were asking for and hoping for. Was there a show idea that either of you had that you're like, this is genius? And actually then when you brought it to one another or to someone, you're like, what did you guys drink last night? You know what I mean?
Oh, no, I have that one.
Okay, you start. Yeah.
So we years and years and years ago, this was probably in our third year of Property Brothers. The show was a big success. We were approached by a medium.
This is what I was going to say.
So this is a medium who talks to ghosts, and he had an idea for a show where he would come in. It would be a haunted house. He would come in and excise all of the spirits, and then we would renovate. And so I was like, this is genius. And I turned around and I pitched the show to our team, and they're like, you're drunk.
Like, what are you talking about? But paranormal Property Brothers. No, thanks. Yeah, I'm good. Let's move on.
I still stand by the fact I would watch that show.
I was going to say, I'm kind of tempted.
Yeah. You know what? We could always bring it back. I'm good. I'll take a vacation. You can pair up with Jonathan.
All right, it's us.
I'll see. Okay, we're going to do it. I'm as good at ghosts as I am as camping, but I feel we're going to make some magic happen. But you guys, I am so excited for this entire show to premiere for everybody. I know the fans are so excited. And thank you both for taking the time to chat with me. Enjoy the rest of your day, and yeehaw.
Yeah, thanks so much.
Thank you.